Hey, Shalom, Israel. Praise to the Most High. Right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. And I do so by Shem Yahweh Shai. Right. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ. Right. Ignorantly. Call Tapalaf Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, or call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, whichever way you want to say it. Right. Shalom, shalom, all praises. Right. It's your brother Ratazach. Quick video. We're gonna talk about how to make good friends in this truth, right? A lot of us be in this truth, such time, um, but and some of us don't still even have any friends, right? We don't have no one to build with, right? Some of us be in the truth alone, right? And if you're one of those individuals that don't have any friends, don't have no one to talk to, then I suggest that you really pay attention to this video, because I'm going to be going over some precepts, right, and which are going to teach us how to maintain friends, how to get friends, and how to, sometimes there are friends that can be closer to really become your family. Because me being a part of an organization, me in this truth, a lot of my friends in this truth have become my family. Like, it's just like Yahweh Shah said, right? Those who do the will of my Father, the same as my mother, my father, and the same as my brother, my sister, and my mother, right? Meaning what? Those who do the will of my Father, the same as my family. That's my real family. My real family are those in the truth, right? We have blood family, of course. That's my immediate family. But then there's those that, it's like when whenever I go to camp, it's a different spirit. It's like, like when Yahweh Shai said, "Well, there are two or three gathered in my name, I am in the midst." And it's like family, man. Whenever I'm around with the brotherhood, I'm in the feast days, you know what I'm saying? Whenever we celebrate the feast days, the new moons, the first fruits, tabernacles, the Sabbaths, right? Hanukkah, you know what I'm saying? Passover, right? Just camp in general, just being in the body in general, right? Everybody, that there's no me, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I've been very genuine, I'm very loving, and that's how we should be. We have to mimic Yahweh Shai, as it says to follow him, to be Christian, Christ-like, right? We are the real Christians at the end of the day, the Israelites, the followers of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, and we are to mimic everything that he did. That's what it means to be a true follower of Christ, right? And Christ knew how to multiply friends. Of course, he knew how to spite his enemy, but of course, that was predestined for him to do. He already knew who was going to be his enemy, right? So we have to know how to choose friends, know how to, friends, basically know who to associate ourselves with, who to trust, how to make friends, right? And how to keep friends, and how to avoid enemies, right? Because there's always snakes in the grass, snakes in the garden. We got to know who's who. You know what I'm saying? Who's phony and who's not, right? This is what's going to separate the men from the boys, right? The fake from the truth, right? So all praise to the Most High. Let's get started. We're going to go with Sirach chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 5, and I'm going to read on down to verse 17. So bear with me, right? It says, Sirach 6 and 5. It says, sweet language will multiply friends, right? And that's very true. When you talk, when you talk a good talk, you can multiply, a lot of friends out here in this truth, man. You know what I mean? Like, if really truly, you just got to watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what you say can make you, and what also it can break you. So be careful with what you say. You know what I mean? Be mindful of your tongue, because like it says in Sirach, that the tongue is the most powerful weapon, right? The tongue can kill and the tongue can bring life. But when you speak sweet language, it will multiply friends. A lot of people gonna like you for that. Hey, this guy speaks a good talk. Hey, this woman over here, she's very nice. She's very genuine. And you'll see a lot of people will start to trust you. They start to like you, right? And it says, a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings, and that's true. A fair speaking tongue, you're gonna see, hey, shalom, hey, what's going on? Hey, sister, hey, brother, hey, shalom, mak, shalom, makwaf, shalom, king. It's all, you know what I'm saying, and it's beautiful. All praise to the Most High, right? Verse 6: be in peace with many. Right, like in other scriptures, it says, if it were possible, have peace with all men, right? Have peace with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what, Yahweh Shai, he was very humble, and that's how we have to be, very humble and meek, right? So it says, be in peace with many, and nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000, right? So you got to have people to counsel you, right? always have a counselor, always have an elder, always have someone that you can go to, a coach, a confidant. You know what I'm saying? Someone that you can always go to. What's up, bro? 50 plus. Right. So like, right, it's so like, you know, I'm at the plantation. So all praises, right? Um, you know, I risk. This is what you call like, I'm really risking myself. I'm just doing these videos, but you know, I want to do this because I want to, you know, obviously, I want to make sure that I glorify the Most High, you know, and I make my election sure. And of course, I don't do this for myself. I do this for y'all, right? Those who inquire knowledge, those who inquire wisdom, those who seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Because you know what I'm saying. And like I said, you know, even though I don't do this for me, it does build me up through the spirit. It helps me, right? But it's also because I love my nation and I want to help y'all, right? You can't keep this a secret, right? All praise to the Most High, right? Right. Oh, it says, Salakia. It says, this is verse 7. It says, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him, right? For some man is a friend, right? Remember that. You want to get a friend, you got to prove them first. Same with you want to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, right? A husband or wife, because we don't deal with boyfriend, girlfriend here, right? It's husband and wife, right? Courtship and all that. That's why it's good to court. It's good to, you know, dates, you know, go on dates, you know what I'm saying? You know, test each other's spirit out. And if that's the woman, if that's the man for you, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's like Paul said, if they can't contain themselves, then let them marry. You know what I mean? You know, it's not wrong to marry them, right? All praise the Most High. The Most High, that's one of the first commandments that the Most High gave us would be fruitful and multiply. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how to get a friend here, right? How to make friends. A lot of us, like I said, don't even have friends in this truth. We in this truth, quote unquote, but we don't have nobody to talk to. We have no friends. We're just walking, you know, by ourselves. And it's pretty sad, but like I said, there are individuals out there that do this. And, you know, are walking by themselves. And it's, you know, hey, man, if that's you, hey, man, you know, this is going to help you through the spirit, Lord willing, right? It says, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him. Don't be so quick to just say, this is a good person. You never know, right? Always test him. It says, for some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. So some people are just with you for the moment, and when it's time of trouble, they're nowhere to be found. Right? Verse 9, it says, and there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. So they're going to know when you're going through shit, right? They're going to know, oh, it's not was my time to, you know, take over, right? So you got to be careful, right? Because watch this, verse 10. Again, some friend is a company at the table and will not continue in the day of their affliction. Some like Judas, he was at the table, and then eventually when it was time, you know, for when it was that time, he turned in Yahweh Shah, and he was gone. You know what I'm saying? So you got people like that, what you call, when I was in the world, fake friends, like phony ass niggas, right? You know, fake people, right? You want to stay away from that, basically, right? Next. All right. So you want to stay away from people like that, right? And it's a so you know, especially when you're going through stuff, like I said, right? When you're going through that, when you're going really through it, people don't even want to be there for you, right? But when it's time for them, when they're going through it, then now they want you, right? And it's like, but hold up, wait a minute, I was going through something, you wasn't there for me, and all of a sudden you blow my phone up because you need my help. But wait a minute, where were you? You know what I'm saying? Verse 12. It's Salakia, verse 11. But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants. So when you start being prosperous, now he want to show up. Oh, now you know what I'm saying. Now that I'm being somebody, now that I'm making money, now that I'm making music, now I'm doing something. Now you want to be by my side. But what happened when I was, you know what I'm saying, when I was going through it, right? You was with me shooting in the gym, right? Verse 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee. Now, when you start going down, now he gonna be against you and be like, man, you wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be talking shit about you, right? And it say, or she, right? And would hide himself from thy face, right? And now watch this, verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies. Hey, remember, Yahweh said, love thine enemies, but that don't mean you gotta be friends with them. You gotta be buddy with them. You love them, but you can love someone from a distance, right? Remember, even your first enemies are them of your own household, them of your own people, right? So Yahweh told us to love them, not the enemy, not the heathens, but these enemies of who? Your people, your nation, Israelites, right? So separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends. Understand who your real friends are, right? A faithful friend, verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found such as one hath found a treasure. So those good people, you got to make sure that you stick by those people, because they're going to be with you in the day of affliction. They're going to be with you when you're down, when you're up. It don't matter. They're going to be with you. They're going to be with through thick and thin. Your ride or dies, right? All praises. That's why I love, the camp that I'm in, SICARII, because these are my ride or die brothers. You know what I'm saying? These really, it's really my family, right? The people that will ride and die, right? All praise the Most High and vice versa. All praises. And I love y'all brothers, man. Right? Right? All praises. It says a faithful, no, so like it, verse 15, nothing doth contravail a faithful friend, nothing, right? And it says, and his excellency is invaluable, right? You can't put a price tag on it. Verse 16, a faithful friend is the medicine of life. Hey, sometimes when you're down and out, sometimes you just need a friend to talk to, a friend to vent to, somebody that just be there for you, right? And they that fear the Lord shall find him. And those, if you fear the Lord, if you keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, you're gonna find your right friends. You're gonna find your family, the ones you've always been searching for, but you couldn't find because you didn't have God in your heart. Right, verse 17, whoso feareth the Lord, when you fear the Lord, shall direct his friendship aright. That's how you gotta, this is what you gotta have as a foundation, the foundation of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and then you're gonna have the right friendship. Right, it says, for as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. So y'all gonna compliment each other. That's how it's supposed to be at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's how it really is supposed to be. Right, so all praise the Most High. Right, all praises. Let me go to Sirach 7 and verse 12 now. Sirach chapter 7 and verse 12. It says, devise not a lie against thy brother, neither do the like to thy friend. And this is in the law. We can't lie. And we're not supposed to start mischief and go against you. We can't go against our own, right? We're supposed to love thy neighbor as you love thyself. That's in the laws of God. Leviticus 19, 17, 18. Right? So we cannot devise a lie. We cannot start rumors about our brothers. And we can't do that to our friends. Right? All praises. Now let's jump to verse 18. Sirach 7 and 18. Change not a friend for any good by no means. Hey, listen. Don't do that, right? It says, neither a faithful brother for the gold or Ophir. And that's what Judas did to Yahushua. So we can't copy that mistake. We cannot do that. We're supposed to be against a shoe evil. That's a sin to sell out your brother for gold. That's what you see a lot of these rappers and artists. That's what they do. They sell out and then they murder their people. That's where they sacrifice it, right? So like, I don't want to say sacrificing. Oh, it was a death, a tragic death. Listen, you sacrifice that person. Right? I don't want to name any people. I don't want to name any names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. His conspiracy theories, Illuminati, and all of that. But listen, man, that stuff is real. They really out here crucifying people. They really out here sacrificing their brothers and sisters, their cousins, their neighbors, their fathers and daughters, their mothers. Listen, it's a cruel world we're living out here. So you got to really trust. You got to really know who you're going to trust, and really know who your friends are, who your brothers are. Right? Really, who's really down for you, and really who's really serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Sirach 14 verse 13. It says, do good unto thy friend before thou die, and according to thy ability stretch out thy hand and give to him. Hey, that's self-explanatory. You got to do good unto those before the Lord calls you home. Make sure that you're doing good. It says, and according to thy ability, right, whatever you're able to do, stretch out thy hand and give to him. If you're capable of doing it, do it, man. Right? Watch this. Sirach 12 and 1. It says, when thou wilt do good, right? To know who do good to, right? To know to do good to, right? Know to whom thou doest it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. That's very important. If you're gonna do something good, you gotta know who you're gonna do good to. You can't just do good to anybody, right? You gotta be very careful. It says, verse 2, do good to the godly man. Very, very powerful verse. Do good to the godly man or godly sister, right? And thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High. Hey, listen, I'd rather get paid from the Most High, because the Most High, he gonna give in abundance. He gonna give a plentiful. Forget about what man gonna give me. I want what God has in store for me. That's what we all should have in mind. Right? It don't matter what man could do all of that. We can't fear what man do. We gotta fear the Most High, who can deliver, who can destroy our body and soul in hell, right here on the earth. Right? So we got to do good, so the Most High can give us good. Right? We want a good reward. We want a greater reward by the Most High God. Right? All praises. So we got to do good to the godly. Right? And it says, verse 3, there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. You ain't giving out, You don't want to give freely. Hey man, you're gonna be, this person is evil, right? And there's nothing gonna be good, because nothing. Listen, wisdom shall not enter in the malicious soul. If you just occupying evil, if you're occupying sin, if you live a sinful lifestyle, you practice sin. I'm saying you're not repentant from sin. Listen, man, you're nothing but evil, right? And no good is gonna come from you. How can good come from if nothing goes? Listen, if it's corrupted, how can good come from something that's corrupted? No, it can't. Right? Verse 4: Give to the godly man and help not a sinner. Why would you want to help a sinner? Don't provide a sinner more opportunity to sin. Right? It says, verse 5: Do well unto him that is lowly. Right? People that are low. Hey man, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a lowly person. You know what I'm saying? And I just thank the Most High that I could be around a great brotherhood. And a lot of us are lowly. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't even have it like that. But hey, look, what we have is each other. That's the most important thing. Money doesn't really buy happiness, right? Money is a defense. We can't love it. We need it. But hey, sometimes money doesn't really, make you happy. Sometimes being around your brothers makes you happy. Sometimes it's just being with your wife makes you happy. Having kids makes you happy. That's, find things that make you happy, right? Don't deliberately torture yourself, right? Like Sirach 14:14 said, there's something good and it's lawful. Hey, do it. All praises, right? So we got to do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly, right? Hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much. Damn fly, stupid mosquito, Salaki. Overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. Right. So you think that you're doing good unto someone who's evil, but guess what? You're gonna get paid back evil. Or you're doing good unto them, but you're not supposed to be doing good unto someone who wants to just keep on doing sin. Right. That's why that's why when I see a lot of like people who you got people who be deceiving and claim to be homeless, and then I seen them drive off in a nice Bentley, and I'm like, I thought you was homeless, and I give you a whole $5. Listen, next time somebody asks you for money, just say that you hungry. Let me give you something to eat. And if they say no, hey, don't just walk away. Just forget it. Right? I don't seen a brother who's homeless, and hey, shalom, brother, how are you doing? And because I've been, he been learning the truth, and it's beautiful, to see people like that, and those are people you want to say, hey, you know what, hey, let me get this brother a drink or something. He never asked me for no money. He's just like, yo, you give me something to eat, bro. I've been hungry, I've been thirsty, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I give him a Bible scripture. He's like, yo, I appreciate the word, man. I really love that. You know what I'm saying? Like it says, do good to the godly. Don't give to the evil. Don't give to the people who are malicious, who have malicious souls, man. Right? Verse 8: A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. Verse 9: In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. Right? So-called friends. Right? Verse 10: Never trust an enemy. These are so-called friends. Really, who they are is your enemy. Right? For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And we use this verse all the time to describe Esau, but this is really talking about Israelites. Right? It says, though he humble himself, you got a lot of Israelites that want to humble themselves. Watch this. It says, and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. That's why you got to always keep your eyes on. You got to be circumspect, right? Keep your eyes sharp, like a hawk. A hawk can see from far, right? You got to see when your enemy. You got to see when these Israelites are doing good. You got to see when they start slipping up. You got to know who's who. You got to really know. You got to test their spirit, really, man. Right? It says, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, right? Yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away, because they still doing wicked stuff behind closed doors, right? Hey, that's you. That's between you and the Most High. And you better confess your sins and understand. Stop doing that nasty stuff. Stop doing. I'm saying nasty because I don't know what the hell you're doing behind closed doors. Stop sinning. That's really the point. Stop sinning, man, and be good. If you want good to happen unto you, you got to make sure that you yourself start to love yourself, start to take care of yourself, start to really know, like, what is that? Really just love yourself, man. Right? Keep the laws of the Most High so that way you can spread more love instead of spreading diseases. right? Spiritually, sometimes even physically. You got to be careful, right? The Most High can plague you, and you don't want to get plagued by the Abanawa Yahweh. Allah Hayanawa, the scary. This is a scary God, man, right? A jealous God and a God of that will really destroy you, and you really got to really take heed in yourself. You understand like what the hell you doing, really, first and foremost, right? So you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, we watchmen in Israel. We gonna watch Israelites too. We gonna watch it like a hawk and see if y'all who's who, and you know what I'm saying, who's phony, who's fake, who's doing good and who's doing bad. Right? We're gonna just like Yahweh Shai said, it's not really up to us, it's really Yahweh Shai. He gonna separate the weeds from the tares, the goats from the sheep. All praises, right? So we just gotta keep enduring, right? And know who to keep around you, right? Know who to trust, know who not to trust, right? It says, verse 12, set him not by thee. So I'm not even supposed to set a person who's evil by me. Like I can say shalom to you from a distance, I love you from a distance, but I'm not gonna set you aside by me. I'm not gonna, you can't come into my home, right? Like, nah, man, like, you know that you did some conniving things, man. I know, you know what I'm saying? Nah, no, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna listen. I can't hear rumors. Like I can hear rumors. Like I don't know. I can't really see it. I gotta see. I'm like Thomas sometimes. Like Thomas, he gotta see it to believe it. You know what I mean? Sometimes they say that. Sometimes seeing is believing, right? Not all the time, but sometimes you just gotta do that, right? It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee. So sometimes people look and overthrow you because they jealous of you, they envy you, right? It says, he stand up in thy place, neither, like he want to take your place, basically, or she's so jealous of you, she wants to be like you, she want to take your place. I remember watching on the Disney Channel, I think it's a show about China, this little girl named China, um, and then this other girl, forgot her name too. She literally came in and was like, she came dressed like her, talked like her, and said, "No, no, call me China." And they were like, "What?" And she was like, "Dude, she's trying to be like me. Like, what the, you know what I'm saying?" Like, and then she was just she was trying to really replace her. And then you got to be careful with people like that, right? And she was seeing it, and her friends they weren't seeing it. And I'm just like, how do you not see that? But again, it's just a show, obviously, right? But they're showing you things that happen in reality, right? And it says, lest he seek to take thy seat. They want to be like you, right? And thou at the last, remember my words and be pricked therewith. Verse, so you got to be careful. Be on your P's and Q's, right? Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? You want to pity, you really want to be bitten by a serpent? Or do you want to come nigh to wild beasts? You want to be you want to be around a lion when when the lion is hungry? I don't seen an Edomite take a picture, try to attempt to take a picture with a lion, and the lion galled his ass, man. Oh man, he tore him up. It was it was a bloody video. It was bad. Just put it like that. But all praise the Most High was an Edomite, right? All praises. Call it Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? Verse 14. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him and in his sins, who will pity, right? You gonna chill with sinners? Let's say that this person behind closed doors, he smokes weed and he's trying to influence you into smoking weed. Hey, man, the Most High, hey, I pity the fool, man. The Most High gonna look at you and be like, you was weak, but you have to be strong. Don't set them aside thee. Walk away. Go the other way, right? Verse 15. For a while he will abide with thee. So for a short time they're gonna be with you, right? But if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. Once you start falling behind, he gonna be like, hey man, that's all you on your own. See, you got to be very careful, man. These people not to be trusted, and it's funny because it's our nation, our people. We got to be really careful. Like I said, yeah, I wish I said, be careful who you trusting out here, man, because you're gonna have enemies of your own nation. Your own people are not even gonna love you. We're supposed to love the whole nation of Israel, just like Yahweh Shah did, and he still does. But hey, man, look, man, some of them gotta go. And you gotta know who's fake and who's not, right? I'm not saying to hate any one of them. We can't, if that's a sin. But it don't mean you gotta be buddy with all of them, right? Be careful, right? The kingdom of heaven ain't here yet, so bear with it and do it. Keep enduring, right? Verse 16. Sirach 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but his heart, meaning his mind, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. That is cruel. That's sad. They want to overthrow you. Like I said, you're about to get replaced by this person because you're too vulnerable. You're being weak, and when your enemy sees it, no, because you got Israelites who play the role of Judas. Somebody gonna play Judas. Somebody got to be the devil. Somebody got to be the 2/3, right? And they're gonna try to take you out, right? You got like Yahweh called a bunch of Israelites the devil. You are your father the devil. For the lust of your father, right? For as your father did, you gonna do, right? Was Saint John 8:44. Right, all praise. Verse 17, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He gonna pretend to help you, but he just gonna mess, he gonna fuck you up at the end. Right? He shall shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. That's when you gonna see his true countenance. Like that's what you see all the rappers that do. I just seen, I think it was Lil Durk and someone else. And you see the picture, nigga look evil as shit. I forgot what it was, man. I gotta find that picture again. It was on IG. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about with the Lil Durk picture. See if I can find that. Lil Durk. See if I can find it real quick. Let me see. I'm trying to find that picture, man. There was a I got it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Look at that. Look at this nigga. So that's Dirk, and then this dude right here. Look how evil he looked. Trying to make it focus. You see? I mean, I guess you could see it. He look evil as shit, man. Lil Durk, he just look like, he look alright, cool, but this nigga look like he got an evil ass satanic smile, man. You got to be careful who you trust, man. And this is Islam. It's supposed to be brotherly love and all of that. Everybody's supposed to love one another, and it's supposed to be the way that No, Islam, man. I mean, in Philly is big, and guess what? They the main niggas out here killing people, right? Sad, unfortunately. Salakia, right? 1 second, Israel. All right, all praise Salakia. Right? Proverbs 17 and verse 17. Let's read that. It say, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born of for adversity. Right, let me read this in a different translation. Just want to see what it say. All right, 1 second. Proverbs 17. I want to see it in the GNT real quick. Here it is. It says, a friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need. That's very beautiful. So when you're in a time of need, someone is out there. So meaning it's predestined that someone's going to be there to help you, right? So friends have to be loyal. That's what a friend really is. Someone who's loyalty, right? Loyalty goes a long way, right? Some people be speaking loyalty, they put in their bio, but they really ain't loyal. Them be the fake ones. Them the ones that be putting God first and loyalty is a must. Those the fake ones. Don't even bother being buddy with them. They gonna lie straight to your face, right? All right, so boom. Proverbs 18, verse 24. A man that hath friends must shew himself friendly. You got friends, you make sure that you too have to make sure that you prove yourself. Just as you proving them, they're gonna be looking at you and try to prove you too. Like, let's see if we can trust each other. Let's see if we can coexist. Let's see if we can bond, right? It say, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. So you got, like I said, the brothers in my camp. I could trust the brothers in my camp with if I leave money on the table, you know what I'm saying, I left for like a week or whatever, I left for a day or 2 hours, whatever, no matter how long I left, I know I can expect to come back and that money's still at the same place, that all the money is still there. I know I could trust my brothers with my wife, my kids. I know I could trust them. If I left them the house for a week to stay, I know I could trust them. I could trust my brother. I could trust them. There are those who I can't trust. I'm not saying in my camp. I'm just saying that there's Israelites out there that, hey, I can't really trust those Israelites, right? But hey, there are those who stick closer than a brother. That I can call you literally my brother, right? And I, like like my brother KTL Shema. That's my brother right there, right? That's my blood brother, right? That's family, right? Brothers in my camp, like I could trust brothers like I know Shema, right? I'm not gonna put everybody's name out there, right? But I'm just, I'm just saying, right? The brothers is brothers that I could really trust, man. Right? If you and NJNY, man, I trust you, man. I love y'all brothers, right? Philly, you know what I'm saying? Listen, SICARII, man, I trust y'all, brother. I love y'all brothers, man. Real talk, man. Right? Like I said, you know, but hey, some of y'all really more close. Like, I love y'all, I could trust that, but then there are those that I could call really like, yo, like you blood, like, you know what I'm saying? Of course we all blood, but y'all get what I'm saying. Is like there are those who really, really, they just stick closer. You know what I'm saying? Like we really like this, like we got a bond. Like it's like nobody could break up this bond. Right? Whatever the Most High bring together, let no man break. Right? All praises. Right? This is Proverbs 22, verse 24 to 25 in the NIV. It says, "Do not make friends with hot-tempered people," and that's a no, that's a bad thing. I don't like being friends with people who just hot heads, man. Right? It is out of nowhere they start bursting in anger for no freaking reason. Right? It says, "Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared." You don't want to get caught in a trap. You don't want to be like them. They get so easily angry at everything. You got to learn how to be patient, slow to anger, just like the Most High God is. He's very patient. He's the one who teaches us to be patient. And if you don't want to learn how to be patient, hey man, you're gonna be trapped, right? And the Most High gonna trap you you being angry. The Most High gonna set you in a trap. You guess that's the setup basically, right? Proverbs 27 and verse 17 in the NLT. As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend, and that's beautiful. I want my friends to sharpen me. We have to sharpen each other. We have to make sure that we complement each other, right? Like I said, we have to build a bond and be brotherly. Like Yahweh Shah said, those who do the will of my Father, the same as my mother, my brother, and my sister. All praise the Most High, right? Sirach 9 and verse 10 says, "Forsake not an old friend." Hey, I still got people that I know from back in those days, and I can still, you know what I'm saying? They may be in the world, but I know that there are those that, they still have morals. They still have understanding. They still have wisdom. They may not be in the truth, but it's sad that I could see them and like I could still trust them. Like, hey man, I know you're not, you don't follow the laws of God like we do, but I know that sometimes that there's things that are embedded in us that we just naturally do, and it's just like, you know what, I want to do good. Like there's people out there that don't even know the laws of God, and like, I do good to people. I never stole, I never did this, I don't do that, I don't lie, da, da, da. But if only they was in the truth, that'd be beautiful, right? But hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one day they'll wake up to it and understand I was already doing all those things. All I gotta do is just follow the Most High now, and I gotta wear my fringes. All praise the Most High. So you know what I'm saying? Forsake not an old friend. It says, "For the new is not comparable to him. A new friend is as new wine. When it is old, thou shalt drink it with pleasure." So once you have a new friend, as time goes on, right? That's where the wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Because wisdom is comes with time, right? You got to know them, so you have understanding of them. Now you have knowledge, which is now you're knowing. Now you know the person, so now you're knowledgeable about who this person is. And then once once that time goes, it's like wine. Once wine is old, drink it in pleasure. Because hey, listen, that wine is gonna taste good. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna have a sweet taste to it. Well, you be like bitter, whatever floats your boat. But you know what I'm saying, wine is it always tastes better once time has passed, right? Because now y'all have a bond, now y'all have a friendship, now you have a brotherhood or a sisterhood, right? All praises, right? Sirach chapter 19 and verse 6. I'm gonna read the verse 17, and then I'm gonna skip to 20. This is in the GNT. It says, "Avoid idle talk," right? Yeah, right? Avoid idle talk, and you will avoid a lot of trouble. Never repeat what you hear, right? As kids, right? This basically saying stop being childish, right? Like I says in 1 Corinthians 13 and 10, "When I was a child, I spake as a child, did everything as a child. When I became a man, I put away all childish things." So never repeat what you hear, and you will have no regrets, right? Don't tell it to your friends or your enemies unless it would be sinful to keep it to yourself. Like it says in Leviticus 5 and 1, if you hear a sinner, if you see someone sin or whatever, hey, you gotta say something. You gotta speak up about it. You have to tell it. Otherwise, you're held accountable. You're guilty of the sin because you heard it, you saw it, and you didn't say nothing about it. Now you're in danger of hellfire, right? So only if it's sinful, then you can speak up. But don't speak about it. Don't, like I said, don't spread gossip, don't slander, no nothing. Listen, if it's gonna sin, leave it alone, right? Whoever hears you will take note of it and sooner or later will hate you for it. Why? Because you're spreading gossip. Now you're spreading bullshit around, and now everyone's gonna hear about you. And then they're like, "Yo, this isn't ain't that the nigga that did da 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 da? Ain't that the sister that did da 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 da?" And now guess what? Now everybody look at you. Now no one can trust you. Now you have to regain everybody's trust again, right? It says, "Have you heard a rumor?" Right? Let it die with you. Be brave. It won't make you explode. A foolish person trying to keep a secret suffers like a woman in labor. Anytime he hears a secret, it's like an arrow stuck in his leg. If you hear that a friend has done something wrong, ask him about it, right? Maybe it isn't true. If it is true, he won't do it again. If you hear that a neighbor has said something he shouldn't, right? If you hear a neighbor that has said something he shouldn't, ask him about it. The point is this, right? Like it says in Leviticus 19 and 17 and 18, and you read in the NLT, it says, confront Israelites directly. That's what it's telling you right here. If you hear something, go tell them, hey, did you say so-and-so? Like we do it in the camp all the time. Now, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're supposed to do. If you heard something, yo, did you do that? Right? And I'm not saying go spread a rumor. Don't spread a rumor. Confront them. Yo, I heard that you did that, bro. Is it true? Don't go around spreading. Yo, I heard so-and-so did that, bro. Da, da, da. You heard it? Okay, cool. Hey, yo, bro, I heard, so-and-so was telling you, man, was telling me this, man. Did you do that for real? Right? You don't want to be a hypocrite. Don't go out and just start spreading gossip, because now they're gonna hate you. Now you lost a friend. You know what I mean? Especially if you're close to that person and you heard something. Don't go out and tell it to somebody else. Tell them, confront them. Yo, hey, bro, did you? Hey, yo, did you? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, maybe it isn't true. But how you gonna know if you don't tell them? Hear it from the source. Don't hear it from the rumors. Like, don't play the game telephone. That's an old childish game. Right? Like I said in 1 Corinthians 13 and 10, right? Stop being child. I think it's verse 11. So like, stop being childish, right? It's time to be an adult, man or woman, right? If you hear that it's like maybe he didn't say it. If he did, he won't say it again, right? If you hear something bad about a friend, ask him about it. It might be a lie. Don't believe everything you hear. That's very important. I hear that from my mom and my dad all the time. Don't believe everything you hear and see, right? If you didn't hear from the source, it ain't happened, right? A person may say something carelessly and not really mean it. Everyone has sinned in this way at one time or another. I mean, I've done it. We've all done it, right? But that's what we got to repent and never do it again. Stop doing that. That's the point of this, right? If you hear something that makes you angry with your neighbor, ask him about it before you threaten him. Don't just, yo, you this, what'd you say, bro? You want to fight the nigga? Hey, bro, I want, can we talk? I just want to, I want to ask you something. Like, I don't heard something, bro. Like, I just want to know if it's true. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no problems, bro. Like that, we have to know how to talk to people, know how to confront them directly, right? That's what we're supposed to do, right? And of course, like tying into Matthew 18 and 16, something happened, right? Let me read that real quick. Let's get that real fast. Let's get Matthew 18, 16 through 18. Look what it say. Matthew 18, verse 16 through 18. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more. So you got to have 2 to 3 witnesses, right? You got to confront them directly, and they don't want to listen. Hey, okay, Salaki. No, hold on. That's not what I need. I need 15, Salakia. 15 to 17. Let me see what this say. Let me get this in a KJV. Jesus, Salakia. Here we go. Matthew 18, verses 15 through 17. It says, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, if they sin against you, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. That's period. This is the words of Christ. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. And if he neglect to hear them, Tell it unto the church. Now you got to tell it to the body. Now we got to have a big council, right? But if he neglect to hear the church, if you neglect the council, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. So now that treat, you know what I'm saying, leave them alone. You don't want to be. We don't mess with heathens. You want to be a heathen, go that way. You know what I'm saying? Until you repent, right? Now we can't trust you because now you don't want to listen to us. You don't care. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to be sent away. Now you're being treated as a heathen or Republican. And I mean, we hate you. We still love you, but you're treated as a heathen because you want to act like a heathen. Only heathens act like that, foolish and childish, right? Stupid. So stop being stupid, repent from your sins, and come back, return back, and now you have to regain our trust again, right? So all praise the Most High for that, right? All praises for that. All right, let's go back to this. Sirach 19 and 20 in the GNT. This is the main point. It says, what was that? So it says, leave the matter to the law of the Most High. So the matter is this, man. We leave the matter, right? The matter is we leave it to the law of the Most High. You see, Yahweh Shah said it, right? Yahweh Shah is the law. So it says, leave the matter to the law of the Most High. Fear the Lord and keep His law. That is what wisdom is all about. At the end of the day, it's all about fearing the Lord, following Yahweh Shai, and keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how we do this, and we gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? Yahweh Shai was the embodiment of the law, and he taught us the way and how to do things. Right? The best example was following Yahweh Shai. Right? Sirach 22, verse 19 through 22 in the GNT. If you stick something in your eye, tears will flow. And if you hurt a person deeply, you will discover his true feelings. If you throw rocks at birds, you will scare them away. And if you insult a friend, you will break up the friendship. Even if you have a violent argument with a friend and speak sharply, all is not lost. You can still make up with him. But any friend will leave you if you insult him, if you are arrogant, if you reveal his secrets, or if you turn on. So like, or if you turn on him unexpectedly. Like Judas, right? Don't be that Judas, right? I'm gonna skip the verse 25 and the Marie verse 25 and 26. Sirach 22, verse 25 and 26, GNT. I would never be afraid to protect a friend, and I would never turn a friend away if he needs me. If I suffer because of him, everyone who learns of it will be on guard against him. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? We have to be our brother's keepers, our ride or dies. Right, that's what this truth is about. No greater love than him who lay his life down for his brother. Right, that's the true love. That's what Yahweh Shah did. We ought to follow the Lamb, right? The Lion of Judah. All praises, right? Let's read Sirach 27 verses 17 through 21 in the GNT. It says, respect your friends and keep faith with them. If you do betray a friend's confidence, you may as well forget you have a friend. That's cold, right? You have killed that friendship just as surely as if you had taken a weapon and killed an enemy. That's very cold, right? Your friend is gone. You can no more get him back than you can get a bird to come back to your hand once you let it go. Don't bother going after him. It's too late. He is gone, like a deer escaped from a trap. Wounds can be bandaged and insults can be forgiven. But if you betray a confidence, it is hopeless. Again, it's very cold. Very cold. So we have to be very careful with the words that we speak, because guess what? We're going to be judged by every word, every idle word that we say. That's why the scripture says, avoid idle talk. Right? It's not the time. Stop being stupid. That's the point. Stop being stupid and learn how to talk. You're not going to learn how to do anything if you don't have the Most High by your side, because you have to tap into your power. Tap into your true power, because we are Yasha Allah, the princes and princesses of power, the princes of God. That's who we are. Represent God on this earth. You are a God on this earth, and you have to be like God on this earth. That's what we're supposed to do. And stop insulting your friends. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen it, man. I've seen people come and go on this truth. A simple insult, whatever. You know, people betraying one another, and then gone. You know what I'm saying? Hey, stop doing that, man. We got to build the nation up. Stop trying to divide and conquer. The white man already did that. It's time for us to come back together, right? As it says in Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desire. Or in Hebrews 13:1, or Psalms 133:1. How beautiful it is when brethren dwell together in unity. We have to unify again. Come back together, so-called black and Hispanic people, right? You so-called black and Hispanic people, y'all got to come back. Because y'all the real Israelites, man. Whether you like it, accept it, understand it, or not, we are a nation, and we have to return back to the Most High God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Have faith in Yahweh Shai. That's the whole point of everything that I'm reading here. And really, that's how we gonna make friends in this truth, right? Just a friend in general, really. A friend in need is all you need, right? All praise, all praise. All right, Sirach 28, verse 9 in the GNT. It is sinful to break up a friendship by creating hostility among people who get along well together. Like I said, I done seen this happen, right? People want to spread rumors and stuff, and then we start seeing breakups, and that's terrible, right? I've seen it in the world. I left the world to stop seeing and stop doing things of the world, but I'm still seeing things in the truth, quote unquote. People that are quote unquote in the truth, but still being worldly. Why? Because they don't trust the Most High. They don't trust the process. They don't want to endure. They're just in it for the moment. They think it's just a game. This ain't a game. This is life and death. And stop playing with it, because the Most High will kill you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm sorry. Salakia. Right? All praises, right? Sirach 19, verses 1 through 7 in the GNT. I love the GNT. Right? It says, be kind enough to lend to your neighbor when he needs it. You are keeping the Lord's commandments if you help him. If he needs something, lend it to him. And when you are in debt, pay it back as soon as you can. If you meet your neighbors, if you meet your obligations, you will always be able to borrow what you need. Many people treat a loan as something they found and can keep, causing embarrassment to those who help them. Some people will speak politely, bow, and scrape until they get the loan they want. And when the time comes to pay it back, they'll put it off, say that it's inconvenient, and make a lot of worthless excuses. If the lender insists on being paid, he can count himself lucky to get back half. If he doesn't insist, the borrower has robbed him and made an unnecessary enemy, right? And that's what we gotta really avoid, that, man. How you doing? We gotta really avoid that, right? You know, it's happened, right? It's happened to me. I'm saying I was in the world. I've done it before in the world, and it was wrong, right? And of course, it was the only excuses. But eventually, I was like, let me stop making these excuses. Let me really pay the brother back, right? I'm going to clubs and stuff. I had the money, I was just, what I'm saying. I had people do it to me all the time, and I was like, you know what? Maybe this is why the Lord is cursing me, because I'm doing it, so people are doing it to me. So when I stopped doing it, then I started seeing that it stopped happening to me. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? Go ahead. So lucky for that. So all praises, right? So what was I at? Right. It says, all the lender will get from him are curses, insults, and disrespect, but never any gratitude. Right? Many people will refuse to lend at all, not because they are stingy, but because they don't want to be cheated if they can avoid it. A lot of people want to be liars and cheaters and steal, and that's in the laws. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal from your people. Forget the enemy. To hell with the enemy. But to your people, to your fellow Israelite, why would you do that? Right? It's not good, man. Right? And brothers are genuine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll give you a little something, right? I had borrowed something. I borrowed $30 from a brother. Wasn't slack either. He had gave me something. It cost 30. And I told him, I said, I got you when I get paid. I didn't have it at the time. He said, brother, take as much time as you can. If you need it, it don't matter. If you need more, I got you. You could pay me back in portions. I don't matter, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's very beautiful in this truth, to have brothers like that. You know what I mean? And it sucks because some of us, sometimes we don't have it like that. Sometimes we borrow something and then shit, hey, life happens. Sometimes shit just happens and you don't want to give excuses, but it happens. It's like, damn, like I just had the money and I got robbed or some shit happened and brother, I got a car note and I got the ticket and or my kid and my wife. Stuff happens. They may not believe you, but if they of the Most High, hey, you know what, brother, it's all good, man. Whenever you can, take as much time as you can. Pay me back whenever, brother. It's all good. We can't charge them interest either. That's messed up. Like, we can't do that. See, the heathens do that, but we are not supposed to do that. We cannot charge interest. That's fucked up, man. Right? Let me give you this. Sirach 19 and verse 10 in the KJV. It says, "Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under a stone to be lost." Hey, man, when they're in time of need, hey, it don't matter, man. Lose the money. Listen, money. Like I said, it's really nothing, man. This is paper money. The real money is gold. But when you have it, hey, man, don't be afraid to lend it to someone. Hey, brother, you need it. I got it. Listen, I would say if I got it, you got it. If you know what I'm saying, that's beautiful. And I don't expect no one to pay me back. I don't give a damn about that. Listen, you need it? Here, bro. How much you need? 100? If I got it, best believe you got it. I don't care about being paid back. It don't matter. I'd rather get paid back by the Habanah with Yahweh. I don't care about listen, I give you 1,000. If I had 1,000, hypothetically speaking, all praises. I wish I had 1,000 right now. Right? I barely got that. I ain't even close. Well, anyway, right? But if I had it, best believe if a brother needed it or a sister needed it, you got it. Don't worry about it. Listen, if I ask to pay me back, okay, cool. It's up to the Most High, really. I can't really determine what's going to happen later in the future. I don't know the outcome, but listen, all praise to the Most High. I'd rather be blessed by the Most High. That's it. Listen, that's like take it as an arm. That's it. Hey, listen, don't worry about it. Do good to the God. All praises. Right? Sirach 19, verses 14. So like 14 through 17 in the CEV. Right? It say, when a friend needs a loan, a good person will guarantee that the loan will be repaid. And that's very true. To refuse to help this friend would be a disgrace. You'll be disgraced for you don't want to help your friend who's in need. Right? And remember, if friends have helped you this way, they have risked all they own to be kind. That's what we just read in verse 10, right? To be kind and rescue you. Now you got rescued. So someone just Most High sent you a savior, right? And it says, so if they are forced to repay what you borrowed, you are not only ungrateful, you are a sinner. Stop forcing someone to pay you back. Listen, you trust the process, trust the Most High. They're gonna pay you back. They will pay you back. And if they don't, the Most High will pay you back. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. We got to think like Job. Listen, Job lost everything. And what did God do at the end? Blessed him plentiful. All praises, right? Right? All praise the Most High. We got, let me get Sirach 37 and verse 1, the GNT. It says, anyone can claim to be your friend. But some people are friends in name only. Some people that just want to be around just because you got it like that. And like I said, we read earlier, some people are just there for the moment. Those are the fake, phony friends. But you have, like I said, anyone can claim to be your buddy. Hey, that's my friend over there. But like, nigga, I don't even know you. What? How are we friends? I don't know you. I barely trust you. Right? That's why we got to, listen, 1 John 4:1, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. People out here being people out here being Judas out here. I'm telling you. Niggas out being false. I say out here falsifying everything, man. They lying through their teeth, lying in your face, claiming to be your brother, claiming to be your sister, claiming to be buddy, claiming I keep the laws of God, but behind closed doors, they still smoking weed and doing all this trickery, right? Doing all this sin that do just sinning on top of sin on top of sin. Be careful who you be around. Be careful. Be very, very careful. And set not the enemy by thy side. Keep your friends closer, right? Keep your brothers close, right? But your enemies, listen, love them from a distance. I'm not talking about the heathens, again, only Israelites. Love them from a distance. That's all I'm saying. This is how you're going to gain your friends, right? Know how to talk to them. Have the foundation of the Most High. Keep the laws of God. And watch, you're going to multiply friends. You're going to multiply a lot. You're going to have family in this truth. If you don't have family, if your family hates you, you don't have, like I know certain people, I know individuals that don't, like their own family goes against them. But in this truth, you're going to have your true family, your true brothers, your true sisters, your true mothers, your true father. Listen, you're going to have a family. I tell you that. You forsake all of the world, Most High will bless you plentyfold, 1,000 times more, right? 100, 1,000 times. It don't matter. Most High will bless you. All praise the Most High. So know who to trust, know how to gain a friend, and know, you know what I'm saying, really know who's fake and who's not. Right? All praise the Most High. Right? So with that, hope this was edifying. Hope y'all took notes. Right? Um, I know I said I was gonna make it a quick video, but it's almost an hour. But hey, when the spirit, when you're led by the spirit, it just happens, man. Right? So with that, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I say Shalom and say Mawaf Lababal.